More hoops. This guy, Kristaps Porzingis went crazy. Career high 35 points, and in the process, he had some dunks. He had some blocked shots. And I got to be honest with you guys, his stare down is perfect. There were even chants of MVP from the Madison Square Garden crowd, which led Frank Isola to write the following. A seismic shift is developing at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks are slowly but surely evolving into Kristaps Porzingis' team. It is an inevitable and necessary transformation for the franchise. Is this just now happening?
I don't like the negative connotation. When you draft a unicorn who's 7'3", that can run, shoot a three-pointer, and is out there with that kind of mental tenacity, of course it's going to be his franchise sooner or later when you have an older guy like Carmelo who's been holding it afloat for a long time, but now it's not his day. It's going to transition to Porzingis, and there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like the connotation of like, oh, seismic shift, and now it's his turn.
No, it's all big. Yeah. It's more like osmosis.
Exactly.
It's like slowly but surely, Carmelo's either going to be traded or just get too old to shoot so much.
Darwinism is what it is.
Right. It's not like all of a sudden Carmelo's not the first option on offense.
Exactly.
And it's like, and oh, by the way, dude just scored 35 points for the first time against the Detroit Pistons. It's not like he killed the Golden State Warriors and dropped 40 on them, right? So it's like he had a hot night against a mediocre team. Let's pump the brakes before we crown him MVP, MSG.
But not saying MVP, but I was under the impression that this had already basically transferred over. Like the power had transferred really last season, I thought, at the end.
I feel like you could only hope that's the case if you're a Knicks fan, right? But based off what you did this offseason, it tells me otherwise. The guys that you bring in, those aged veteran talents there, especially Joakim Noah, who's out there playing the position that Porzingis should be playing night in and night out in the five there to give your team the best chance to succeed. This guy is your bright future. Not these guys you brought in, but all of the moves you make suggest otherwise to me.
I have news for you. They don't have a bright future. As long as they still think the triangle offense is the key to their success, they will not have a bright future. I'm not saying Phil needs to go bye-bye. I'm just saying perhaps
it's funny, you talk about this intelligent design to a team, but the intelligence doesn't seem to run all the way upstairs. It's not transferring down to the playing field.
Can I play you a commercial? I just want everyone's take on this. This is Carmelo and a new commercial. Watch.
Foot Locker, nice.
Mello? Yeah, the Week of Greatness is back for year 5. You been?
Not yet, but I'm planning on it.
You don't sound too urgent. The window for greatness closes fast.
I've experienced my fair share of greatness.
I mean, you're definitely really good, but greatness?
I'm a 9-time All-Star.
That's more of a popularity contest.
I won a national championship in college.
Come on, man, that doesn't really count.
I have 3 gold medals.
Against, like, Peru.
You guys spend a lot of time commenting on the internet?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I know, you're probably all thinking, where was the punchline? There wasn't one. That was the commercial, and you like it.
I liked it a lot.
How?
For a couple reasons. One, did you see the guys in the background balling in the court?
Okay.
So it's like Jim Ratness spoke to me.
Oh, okay.
No, look at
I
was waiting to see that ball is life connection.
It's like going, those are my dudes in the background.
Okay.
But then also, I just love the fact that Carmelo has enough self-awareness to know these are the comments people are saying about him. This is how he feels about it. And oh, by the way, most people who are talking that gang are just some dudes on the internet and gals.
Thank
on the
you.
internet.
Thank you very much. I am on the internet.
I still believe in equality.
Gals. Thanks, Dad.
Let me help you out. Let me say this. Why there was no punchline? Because it was a matter-of-fact commercial, and everything was spoken there was a fact.
But those kids won the argument.
No, they didn't. They lost the argument. Are you kidding me? There's a completely different argument between individual greatness, which Carmelo exudes, and then a team success. You don't have to win championships to be individually great.
All right, let's go through it.
Individually
let's go
great.
through it. All-Star. Popularity contest? Yes.
For some.
Olympic medals. Do we all care?
No.
Damian Lillard had a struggle getting an all-star vote. That's not popularity.
It's a popularity contest for the starters.
For
but
some.
The coaches
vote for the
bench.
Thank you.
For the bench. So
I'm not talking about his greatness, though. I'm talking about that commercial. And if I'm him, I'm upset looking at Tom Brady getting his shine in that commercial. And all of a sudden, I get clowned by that.
No, Tom Brady's commercial was better than D'Angelo. D'Angelo's was best. Then Tom Brady, and then Carmelo.
We're going to do a whole special show about that. We do have baseball to show.
Where's our week of greatness?
Not really. We know. Yesterday, Kate Upton stood up for her fiancé, Justin Verlander, after the Tigers pitcher fell short of winning the AL Cy Young. He got the most first-place votes, but 2 voters left him off their ballot, and that is what she took issue with. We tweeted, some pretty racy stuff, you guys. She also added he had the majority of first-place votes, and 2 writers didn't have him on their ballots. Can you put more out-of-touch people to vote? MLB. Whew, LZ, what do you think about that?
I'm Team Kate Upton.
God.
Oh, God.
You're really on fire today.
You would be.
I am. Only because of one reason. She's right. When you look at the major statistical categories in terms of a pitcher, in terms of what you need from them, how on God's green earth do you look at the numbers that Justin Verlander put up and decide that he's not first, second, or third on any ballot that you have? I don't
understand.
LZ, you watch sports long enough to know that the best team doesn't always win and the best player doesn't always win the awards. Here's how it goes. If you're Kate Upton, don't put yourself before a process. Don't put your feelings before a process or before your fiance, to-be husband, because this is the problem. If you have an issue, look, Aisha Curry went through this. When you put yourself before it, all of a sudden you come off as a selfish ham who's crying over spilled milk, who's a sore loser, who can't respect that this is how the game goes.
Apples and apples. Aisha was talking about some stuff as it was unfolding. She was talking about the NBA Finals as it was unfolding.
But this unfolded same way.
No. While also ignoring the fact that her hubby had just come
Let me
back
ask
with
you
a 3-1
this.
deficit.
This is just a simple question.
It's not the same thing.
It's not even, for me, it doesn't even matter whether she was factually correct or not. I don't even care. Would you want your loved ones? This is really the argument for me, because I always get uncomfortable because the idea of a loved person in my circle of life making a scene is horrifying to me. Like, I would never want them to do that.
Hold on 1 second, because some stuff happened at work I just need to tweet about.
I hate you.
Don't you ever.
You know what? In a vacuum,
It's
it
a
works.
lot.
It works. You like to see someone sticking up. In a lot of
in a
cases, you
bar.
can't say these things as the athlete, so it's nice to maybe get out those true feelings.
Nah,
but then when the rest of the world's around there, all of a sudden
Too
it just
much.
makes you all look petty.
If my wife signed up to all of a sudden start commenting on my job, I feel like, well, baby, what we really got going on here?
I'm with Kate Upton. You go ahead and ride or die for your boo, girl. You go do you. You do you.
I need you to just not talk for the rest of the show. You're
ride or die for you,
disinvited. 3 cheers.
Go back to the election. Change that around.
Yeah, do your job next time. Coach Kupos. Oh, my.
And y'all talking about DeAndre Jordan, huh?
I don't actually.
DeAndre Jordan.
Maybe the Earth shifted quickly. Was it a supermoon? Maybe the supermoon had something to do with it. I don't know any of this. By the way, all these videos look great. 2 cheers from Russell Westbrook attacking the basket.
You are funny.
What?
See, when Austin Rivers does it, we laugh.
Seriously.
Well. Lucky for you.
I am sensitive. Y'all better not talk about Austin
It's our
Rivers.
very first, not to be last, cheer of the year for Austin Rivers.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, what, for the team with the best record in the NBA?
Whatever, dude.
My time to shine.
I'm buckets, baby.
Dad, did you like that? No, I did it.
No, y'all act like the off the shot clock play doesn't work anymore. Off the shot clock.
I like the acting afterwards. I got
Hey, look,
fouled.
LeBron James last night needed a little break. You know, we all do, right? Some people had a problem with it, though. We'll discuss it next.
I bet his posse ain't got a problem with it. This is Sports Nation.
Sports Nation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back. We got to get right back into hoops talk because LeBron James sat out a game last night and
Gasp.
was not, didn't seem like a big deal to many except for Bob Kravitz, who wrote the following, quote, "The wussification of America is complete now. We have LeBron James sitting out the 11th game of the regular season. Remember the old days when Larry Bird and Magic Johnson routinely took the night off 3 weeks into the season so they could properly maintain their bodies and get the proper amount of beauty sleep? No? Me neither." Okay. By the way, I don't even want to pile on Kravitz because I've seen a few people doing this today, like getting really, really upset that he sat out. Is this a big deal?
No, and Mr. Bob Kravitz.
I mean, man.
If you look at the statistics, which I'm a big fan of,
why don't you understand?
who has played more minutes than Magic Johnson and Larry Bird?
Let me guess.
LeBron freaking James.
Hello.
So while you're busy talking about how LeBron's being a wuss because
agree.
he's not showing up, there is no one of any generation that has played this many minutes at this point in their career ever, in large part because, he's in the playoffs. He's in the finals like every freaking year.
Yeah,
Seven
no.
straight. I mean, you talk
Does
about
anyone up here agree that?
I don't have a problem with
Okay.
that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the evolution of the sport and the understanding of technology, how to take care of yourself, all those things add up to a smarter player. Not a working harder player, a player who is smarter, more efficient.
But how do we explain to our kids?
How do we tell the children that this is about the greater good? You want LeBron to miss 4 or 5 games so that he can avoid missing weeks at a time with a potential injury with that wear and tear. He ain't getting any younger. No. We got to start guarding. We know he's Teflon, but at some point, everyone
we all agree.
The perfect example of that is Serena Williams. Serena only plays like 7 or 8 tournaments, but she's still ranked #1. She's still the top draw because she is preserving her career.
And P.S. Popovich made this an art form.
Thank you.
You're not getting any complaints out of me.
You call him Popovich or wussification? Is that what he's going to?
Never. He could say whatever he wants. Next up, band football. Legendary orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews, who has treated dozens of NFL players, thinks that if football was invented today, it would be outlawed. He told Sports Illustrated, if we started a new sport today and we wrote up the rules and regulations and we called it football, they probably wouldn't allow it. We're all trying to do everything we can to make football safer, but that's the way the sport is. That is an indictment, Marcellus, that football would be outlawed.
And it wouldn't. Absolutely not. He spends a lot of time in the operating room, obviously. I spend a lot of time on the Pop Warner field. I will admit, fewer number of parents are signing up 8-year-olds, but there were still hundreds and hundreds of 8-year-olds running around there. These parents are cognizant of what can come from playing the sport. These parents are cognizant that these kids are not all going pro, and they still love the experience. So it wouldn't be outlawed. We've had gladiator sports throughout time, boxing, UFC now. You go back to medieval times. All kind of sports have always showed violence, and now that people know their consequences, they still sign up.
Did you just reference medieval times?
I mean, you go all the way back, all the way to almost dinosaurs.
Game of Thrones it.
I mean,
not entertained.
Medieval times.
I'm sure those were all highly regulated
Jousting.
skills.
Why you are here.
Like, we've always had violence in our sports.
FEMA was overseeing all that. It's all the thing is that as long as, especially in Texas, that you have huge, massive stadiums being built for high school football.
20, 30,000
some school districts where they can't even keep the doors open in the school buildings, but they find the money to open up these stadiums. I think we're okay in assuming that football is going to make it past all of the concussion conversations we're having.
It would still be around, but it could look different, and football already looks different than from a long time ago. We're not acting like this is a stagnant thing. They're constantly moving and changing the parts around here to make it safer, to make it more appealing to a lot of those groups, and to help going forward now those kids you talked about on the Pop Warner field that are going to be the next generation of guys we see on Sundays. The game is moving in a better place because we're starting young with a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, to your point, when I played, it felt like 2 concussions a year. Now there's 2 concussions a game. So obviously there are preventative measures out there. The guys are being smarter about it. But you're right, it's evolving. It's going to have a different complexion, but people are still going to participate.
What do you think Bruce Arians is going to think about the good doctor's statement on the safety of football? Do you think he's going to have a problem with it?
Take a task about football.
Someone get Jim Harbaugh a microphone.
I feel like, so who's going to argue with Dr. James Andrews, though, about this statement?
I would argue with him because it's like you're suggesting as if moral values are going to go over the top of capitalism.
No, I don't think
where in society is that
I think it's
really
more
prevalent?
I think from a doctor's standpoint, though, and what he's seeing, and I would assume the quickness and how many more things he's seeing than he used to, 10 years ago, that there is something to be heard from him saying this.
But
I mean, look, it's probably a little hyperbolic, of course, but
that's my point.
But I think the sentiment is there.
But to Colin's point, my coaches, their ACL scars were this long. Ours now are this long.
Ooh.
What's going to happen in 10 years? It may just be a pin drop. It's just a pin drop. Guys are better. Yeah, things are getting better.
Boom, you just had ACL surgery.
Congratulations.
Check out a polar. I've never said this. This is my first time on television. Check out this polar bear hanging out with someone's pet dog.
Nice.
Would you trust? We're Team Pug over here, so we will discuss it next. You guys can just listen.
I'm Team Feline. This is SportsNation.
Oh, it just happens.
You wouldn't do that to a Quincy. Wouldn't that to Quincy?
We do have some losers. I'm sorry. Polar bear stunning onlookers by petting a dog. Why would you think he was going to eat him?
Oh, hey, buddy.
Oh, I know why.
Buddy.
You want to know why? Because it's all that.
Okay, so we're pug people.
Yes.
Now, would you let any of your puggies do this?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
That looks pretty safe right there.
It does look safe
They
to
all
me.
have their best interests. They're sort of cousins.
Pugs would be biscuits.
They're all cute fur babies.
2 words, National Geographic. I know all I need to know about the polar bear.
Look, really? Because
It's
what I'm
called-
saying right now is friendship.
It's called the food chain. That's why you don't want your pug out there.
Don't believe what the media tries to sell you about polar bears.
That's
They
what
gotta
I'm
understand.
thinking. I'm thinking we've
Where's
been
the
lied
owner?
to.
That's what I want to know.
Those pugs
That
would be
is the
biscuits. Like little
Polar bear
appetizer pugs and biscuits.
Loser running. Ooh, a cross-country runner was was knocked off his feet by a deer during an NCAA regional race. He got up and finished the 8K race in 31 minutes. Wait, what?
Damn, them deer need to get in the race.
Real.
Ooh! Hit stick. Boy, if those deer can stay in their lane, I'd love to see them race.
If
They
only
are
the Rams
moving.
could tackle like that.
The deer are moving.
Shame we don't do jacked up anymore. Yeet.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is what happened to his peripheral vision. Could you not see the whole pack of deer heading
No,
your
dude.
way?
Have you never been in the zone?
In the zone?
That's right. You never been in the
That's the
zone,
zone, my
LZ.
friend. You can't get out of that.
Pumping.
They're racing for a highway,
You
looking
guys,
for Volvos.
and we're 3 athletes in LZ up here, so just let it go. Loser 2020 vision. According to the Orange County Register, Chris Paul was too scared to get LASIK, so he memorized the eye chart from the Clippers facility in an effort to convince doctors that he didn't need to do it. But then he did do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had LASIK, and no lie, I prolonged it for about 2 years doing the same exact thing.
It's scary.
Because when you walk in, all you got to do is memorize the bottom lines. So like the
Yeah.
bottom 2 lines, you can see the other ones.
They
and
don't
you're
change
fine.
them.
I bet you can see deer coming
I
this way.
did that. LZ.
I'm still there. I'm still there.
You're not going to let that one go,
No,
are you?
no.
They had to run. They were looking for Volvos. The deers were going for
Winner,
Volvos.
Western Michigan.
Yes!
College game day is headed to your alma mater Saturday. This is a liquor store.
Why?
ESPN is here. Act sober.
Why?
Why?
Why are they
That's
going
the
there?
welcome to
Why
town
would you
sign
go
right there.
sober?
Because we're undefeated. That's why.
No, but why would you act so? Why
So
you
So is
act
Alabama. Why don't they go to Alabama again?
Again.
Yeah,
Again.
Yeah, Tuscaloosa.
That's the
again.
best.
More
That's the
ribs.
best sign you guys
Yo.
can muster up.
Yeah, can y'all spell that Western
Yo,
Michigan?
guys, right in
Yikes.
Y'all barely got that here
I'm
in
gonna
there.
tell you, check out Sweetwater's Donut Mill, and you're welcome.
No, I'm
Can you,
good.
can you
I'm
get
good.
some sent here?
I was
Can you
trying to
do
get some
anything?
Sweetwater's. I can't. I can see deer coming my way.
And Sweetwater
Not
Mill.
letting it go.
Sweetwater Mill biscuits.
No, it's fine.
Mill donuts.
Nobody eating those Sweetwater Mill biscuits.
I want some donuts. Loser. Wait, we are talking donuts, right? Apologies. Marc Gasol channels inner Conor McGregor after hitting the game-winning 3 last night. Obviously, everyone loves this, right?
I love it. I'm a Clipper fan. I was sitting there laughing at that. That was good.
Were you
they
there
beat
last
us. No, I watched it. I saw you there. Halftime.
Were you?
I was there, yes.
Yeah.
Were you working?
Couldn't believe we
No,
lost.
I was just
but-
hanging out.
Unlikely candidate for those.
You know
way
you're a
to be
Memphis Grizzlies fan or
Smooth.
not.
You're the worst person I've
Yeah,
ever met.
he's hitting 3-pointers now. That's not good.
I hate it.
I like it.
Can you guys hear me when I say that out loud?
It hurts my
Did we
feelings.
get our deer mention for this
I
segment?
know. Did you want to say anything about peripheral vision?
I have
before we
let it
leave?
go, but since
Yeah.
we're saying,
Mark
Sure,
Gasol
we
didn't
are.
see a
Show it.
deer.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, tomorrow's Friday, you guys.
Hey now, we made it.
And we'll be back. I'm so
I don't
excited
think
about
you
it.
need peripheral vision as a track athlete. It's not
Yes,
really.
you do. You need it for life.